What do the Millennium Development Goals mean for you?
Well, I always laugh because I was at a number of institutions when they were set up, the Global Compact, for example, in the UN, and DFID, our British Aid Agency, and I was only a member in the audience, and I could sit there and think, even now, I think the people designing and signing up to these can be quite complacent because they're not going to be around in 2015. They're not going to be accountable when the Millennium Goals are decided. And I was asked to do a talk on futures. I mean, this is a new thing, looking at innovation and creativity for companies like McKinsey, PricewaterhouseCoopers, etc. We're doing long-term visioning exercises, 50 years ahead. And I spoke on this to a robust and quite young audience. But I was laughing because I said, I can say anything I like because 50 years from now I'll be dead and nobody can actually tell me I was wrong. And if you like, that's a bit about how I approach the Millennium Development Goals. The people who set them up are no longer the ones in power. They're no longer the ones accountable. So I think they were ambitious. They were hugely ambitious. I have to say I think they will fail, but I said that at the outset. But I don't think it's wrong to have ambition. And they have made, at least we've pegged change to something. We're measuring something, and that has to be a good thing.
Do you see hope in the Millennium Development Goals?
I don't see hope so much in the Millennium Development Goals as such. I mean, they're an artificial 8 points. They're like the 8 wonders of the world, really. I mean, you just put them up there. But they're an attempt and they're a step in the right direction. And I think that they've got a wide enough sign-up and appeal globally through the UN systems, through, the compacts that have been set up around achieving those aims. And I think countries are being held accountable, and as the clock ticks and we get nearer 2015, I think there's a sort of slightly healthy competition amongst some of the developing economies to, at least to attempt to achieve those goals. There's a sense of national pride in doing that. Where they fail is, of course, with countries like, Sierra Leone, Afghanistan, those terribly worn-torn, failed states where Millennium Goals are almost meaningless. We don't actually even have the statistics. We don't know what the seroprevalence of HIV/AIDS is, for example, in these countries. We don't know what infant mortality and death rates are because we can't actually even collect the data. They're even off our radar. And I think that's going to be the failure. It's going to be in those sort of economies which are right at the bottom of the Human Resource Index.